You hear? Yeah, it's Friday. Let's get straight to it. I'm right back at you like I never left, and I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in this room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. Yeah, I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear. Yeah. Welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is another episode of My Thoughts. And as the title states, it's Bernie Mac on My Thoughts 275. Bernie Mac had a question. This is when he was living, of course. He passed away. And he was a great ancestor, comedic genius. Why did the ministers of African race give their speeches, sermons, and read scripture in a certain manner other than the way other people do it? Okay. And I'm going to give my opinions and thoughts on that. Let's look at the ancestors and we'll get straight to it. It's Friday. I'm going to try to be brief so you can get back to enjoying the beginning of your weekend. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I thank you for watching.
One thing you have to get through your mind and keep it. Nothing that ever came from the European mind was meant to do anything but facilitate European domination of the world. And I said there's no exception.
And there's one thing you have to get through your mind and keep it. Nothing that ever came from the European mind was meant to do anything but facilitate European domination of the world. And I said there's no exception. Very chilling, okay? Very. This week, it was a brief week. I started Tuesday. Like I say, I don't celebrate holidays, but I felt a little under the weather Monday, so I just took the day off. I didn't do anything, just relaxed and chilled. Tuesday, I came with I believe, David E. Taylor. I spoke about that. Wednesday, I shared a Bible verse, and we're going to get back to that. That was Exodus 22:29. I'm going to do a whole week explaining that from my opinion, because people have tried to whitewash this verse and soften the landing as if God is not a bloodthirsty maniac and a tyrant, which he is. Okay, I'm going to prove that this week. So come back Monday and we're going to go all week dealing with Exodus 22:29. Okay, and I'm going to unpack it. And then yesterday, I believe we did, what did I do yesterday? Yesterday I did according to the Bible. Can God lie? When God said all the days that you'll be in Egypt will be 400. Then when you turn to Exodus and it said when Israel, all the sons of Israel left Egypt, it dated to 430 years. Okay, so that was a brief wrap up of this week. It was from Tuesday to Friday. Okay, now let's look at the great ancestor, the great comedic genius, Bernie Mac, and let's see what Bernie Mac has to say about the black preacher. That's what they term it, but it's African because he's speaking about African people in America. Let's look at what Bernie has a question for the black minister. Okay.
Why black ministers just can't read the word normally.
He's saying, explain to me why black ministers just can't read the word normally. You hear me? Just read it, okay? Moses went down to Jericho. Simple as that. Just verse in scripture, okay? No problem with that. Let's continue.
And John said, he that cometh, thou shalt not. Now, why you just can't read it like that?
Why can't he just read it like that in simplistic form, regular form, okay? It's a normal formula. Read, get an understanding, give your interpretation of it or what you believe it means, and teach on it. That should be the way it is. But see, we are the rhythm people. We like rhythm. We like animation. We like people to act things out. We're actors. We're dancers. We like to shuck and jive. See, we're theater. Before it was theater, it was the African man. He was forced to put on a play. If it was just him alone, and the European, I'm speaking about in slavery time, and he said, hey boy, put us on a song. He would have to do that before the slave and the slave owner and the slave masters and his company. So we've always been theatrical. This is why we love a minister that goes into this nonsense and he put theater on it. We love that. It's in our nature, it's in our DNA. Okay, let's continue.
Why he gotta fucking growl this whole goddamn
And what he's saying right here, in a certain subtle amount, he's making it humorous. He's making it humorous as well because he's a comedic genius. He's speaking about hooping. If you look that term up, hooping. That's when the Southern minister, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh, and he went to Jericho, and he came down to the winter, and this is hooping. See? They raise their blood pressure up and they sweat and they give all this carrying on to say the same old scriptures that you can say in a regular manner. You hear me? Let's continue. It's nonsensical garbage, but this is feel-good rhetoric. When people don't have nothing, at least they want to feel good. Let's continue, African people. You hear me?
You know, Moses came walk by and said to the Pharisee, and come back and boom shakalaka. Man, if you don't shut the fuck up.
My sentiment exactly. Okay, excuse the language. But this man is doing a comedy set. That's the same thing that I feel when I see all this carrying on. I say, man, won't you sit your ass down somewhere? You hear me? Because you're making a fool of yourself. This is theater. Yeah, you got people carrying on with you because they're in your ministry. They don't want to feel embarrassed and say, man, sit your ass down somewhere. But see, some people go for a show. That's what they go for. They don't want to learn nothing. They go for the show. Let's continue, African people.
All that fucking noise. What the fuck is that? Read the words, sit your punk ass down.
Simple as that. I wanted to leave y'all with that so y'all can feel good over the weekend. The minister that does all this carrying on, shucking and jiving in theater needs to sit his punk ass down. According to the great comedic genius, Bernie Mac. Okay, may his soul rest. May his spirit continue to be lifted. That's my thoughts on these videos. Enjoy your weekend. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're going to get me. Step in this room. This is what I do. And I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I ask them all to it. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And I thank you for watching. If you feel like you want to do something for me, like and subscribe because it won't cost you a fee. Education and preparation is the first step to retaliation. So before you pick up a weapon or a silly religion, pick up some knowledge. This is not to take God from you. This is me giving an attempt at being humorous. We went over the weekly wrap up. And see you guys Monday. And like I say, from Monday on to Friday, I'm going to uncover Exodus 22:29 because people have attempted to whitewash it, clean it up, attempt to lessen the landing or soften the landing to make this God look more approachable or palatable. So when you fall into the trap, you will never know until the trap has caught you inside of the trap. I'm going to uncover all that from Monday to Friday. I'm going to show you that when the Lord said, give me your son, that's what he meant. You hear me? If anybody's offended by anything you heard, I mean every word. Yeah. Enjoy y'all weekend. See y'all next week. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the comments, the dislikes, and the unfavorable comments. Yeah.